Bonjour à tous, ici Sprullex et bienvenue dans ce 10e épisode de Let's Play sur notre fort broadcast. On va donc continuer notre avancée. Je pense qu'on est déjà bien parti pour terminer. Je sais pas combien d'épisodes il y aura. Peut-être que ce sera le dernier, peut-être pas. On verra. Je vais diminuer un tout petit peu la luminosité. Voilà, très bien. C'est occupé de charger. Pas très grave, hein, mais voilà. Jour 79. Une victoire arrive. Alors, tu te retrouves une fois de plus dans le bureau de Bosman. Son bureau est propre et bien rangé, exactement comme il aime, aussi ennuyeux que lui. C'est assez rare qu'il soit en retard. La porte s'ouvre derrière toi, juste au moment où tu commences à spéculer sur les raisons de son retard. Ah, Alex, merci de m'avoir attendu. Cela fait presque 6 ans que tu as commencé à travailler avec nous, Alex. Il s'est passé beaucoup de choses durant cette période. Du malheureux incident avec Monsieur Donaldson, à l'attaque de perturbation contre ce bâtiment. Il s'arrête de te regarder, tu croises son regard. Non, pour te regarder, pardon. Et tu croises son regard. Et pendant tout ce temps, tu as fait du bon travail, sans compter que j'ai entendu beaucoup de bonnes choses sur toi de la part de tes collègues également. Je suis donc heureux de t'informer que j'ai approuvé une petite augmentation en gage de reconnaissance. Bosman te sourit. Merci monsieur. Pas du tout, tu l'as mérité. Mais ce n'est pas une excuse pour te reposer sur tes lauriers. Je suis sûr que tu as du travail qui t'attend. Et sur ces dernières paroles, il se tourne vers les papiers soigneusement disposés sur son bureau, te signifiant ainsi que tu peux prendre congé. Tu retournes à ton studio et tu as l'impression de marcher sur des nuages. C'est agréable d'être reconnu. Très bien. Jour 2303. Une conclusion inévitable. Ah, peut-être déjà la fin. C'est tard. Il a neigé toute la journée et tu n'as pas beaucoup bougé de chez toi car tu préfères rester au chaud. Normalement, tu aimes la neige, mais aujourd'hui, elle n'a été rien d'autre qu'un obstacle. Mais demain, tu auras un jour de congé et tu pourras peut-être en profiter. Sam adorait la neige. Quand les enfants étaient plus jeunes, Sam les habillait chaudement et les emmenait toujours jouer dehors. Mais cela fait un moment que ça n'est pas arrivé. Ton nouveau lieu de vie n'est pas aussi douillet et en plus tu ne peux pas te permettre de mettre le chauffage. Sam arrive en trombe, malgré le froid, un sac de course à la main. J'aurais besoin d'un coup de main, s'il te plaît, il reste beaucoup de choses dans la voiture. Sam ne peut pas tout amener à la cuisine sans un coup de main. Mais bon, tu as travaillé toute la journée et Sam a passé la plupart de la journée à la maison, comme d'habitude. Oh pardon, j'arrive tout de suite. Alors que tu te précipites pour l'aider à porter des sacs, Sam te lance un sourire reconnaissant. J'ai presque tout récupéré, il ne reste plus que 2 ou 3 en bas. Tu sors et tu vas jusqu'à l'ascenseur avant de te rappeler qu'il est en panne. Alors que tu saisis les sacs de course, tu réalises que Sam a pris tous les ingrédients pour faire des fajitas, ton plat préféré. Bon, ce n'est pas si mal. Tu oublies le sale temps et tes factures impayées en cuisinant dans ta délicieuse petite cuisine et vous partagez des éclats de rire ensemble comme avant. Pour la première fois depuis que tu as emménagé, alors que Sam t'asperge de crème fraîche depuis l'autre bout de la table, tu te dis que tu crées à nouveau des souvenirs heureux. L'argent ne fait pas tout. Très bien. Voilà. Jour 2340. Un temps pour la réflexion. Ah. Cela fait plus de 13 ans que ton père est mort. Tu t'es rendu sur sa tombe plusieurs fois depuis. Habituellement, pendant des périodes de stress intense. Ou quand tu essaies de comprendre quelque chose. Ou quand tu veux simplement un peu de paix et de tranquillité. Aujourd'hui, c'est pareil. Tu sens la main de Sam sur ton épaule et sa pression te rassure. Que Sam soit encore là avec toi te remplit de gratitude. L'avoir à tes côtés semble toujours rendre les choses plus faciles. Le croassement d'un corbeau attire ton attention alors qu'il s'envole. Charlie n'avait que 8 ans lorsque son grand-père est mort. Il n'a pas vraiment mesuré l'ampleur de la perte à l'époque, mais en grandissant, tu as fait de ton mieux pour lui transmettre ce que ton père t'avait appris. Mais maintenant qu'il a grandi, c'est lui qui commence à t'apprendre des choses, ce qui est plutôt étrange, mais il le fait avec beaucoup de tendresse. Tu ressens de la fierté en voyant l'homme qu'il est maintenant devenu. Suzy. Pauvre Suzy. Qu'est-ce que tu ne donnerais pas pour qu'elle revienne, ne serait-ce que pour se disputer avec toi? Elle voulait juste explorer le monde. Si curieuse, si pleine de vie, jusqu'à la nuit de la libération. Tout a alors changé. Tu as toujours eu des hauts et des bas avec Chris, mais ce n'est pas pour autant que Chris méritait ce qui lui est arrivé. Si tu n'y avais pas donné ton passeport, Chris aurait été en sécurité. Et cela avait fait tellement plaisir à Sam à l'époque. Ces choix que nous faisons, les plans les mieux conçus. Emmener ta mère au centre de transition a été une décision difficile, peut-être la plus difficile de ta vie. Tu n'arrives toujours pas à savoir si c'était la bonne. Ce qui est certain, c'est qu'elle ne souffre plus maintenant. Et au moins, elle et ton père sont ensemble maintenant. Quoi qu'il arrive ensuite, ce serait bien de la voir ici avec toi. Tu te retournes et te diriges vers la voiture. Tu ne peux pas contrôler ta vie. La vie, ce qui se passe, qui vit et qui meurt. Tout ce que tu peux faire, c'est avancer et encaisser ce qui va arriver ensuite. Qu'est-ce que la vie, sinon une série de petites décisions qui nous définissent? Et on ne sait jamais à l'avance dans quelle direction ces petites décisions nous portent. Tout ça pour en arriver ici. Ouais, ça sent la fin. Peut-être que c'est le dernier épisode. Jour 2602. Un peu de gameplay. Très bien. Alors, ça charge, hein, comme d'habitude. Donc, oui, ça sent vraiment la fin, je pense, puisque là, ils ont commencé à faire un peu le récapitulatif de tous les choix que j'ai fait dans le jeu. Donc, c'est que là, je vais devoir faire le plus grand des choix, j'imagine. On verra bien. Ah, le final. Donc, oui, ça pue la fin. 7 ans se sont écoulés depuis l'élection.
Alex, good evening. That time again. Best not to focus on the problems and all that. Let's just get started. But just so you know, the problems with your equipment continue unabated. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll learn without issue. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons now. Make sure to use them to keep the show lively.
D'accord.
Cheers.
Alerte terrorisme. Quoi? Ah voilà. Dans le premier.
Okay, no worries.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. Brilliant.
Donc.
You're 44.
Ah.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Allez, c'est parti.
Good evening and welcome
Spice
to
it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan. On the excitement scale.
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Rankley who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
And we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show. And titles, 30.
Ok, ah mince. Alors le problème c'est que je sais pas écouter et traduire. Merde.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Paces by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely nightly show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first
mince.
up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can... Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Well. Those are our nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. We'll check in on them, or some very similar animals.
Je t'aide pas.
Tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we've got to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
So, your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Oh, don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah.
Yep. Bowl. Yeah? Okay. Sugar. Butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg.
Okay, egg.
What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, Chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
Ok.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
C'est compliqué là.
Shit, Bez.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? He could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
Oh, so, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Absolutely right. Oh, lovely. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Lovely. Okay.
Right. Wash a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my God. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather tie my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after a fucking shit-kicking contest, do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You, come here, you. You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the Future!
Visions of the future.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In 3rd place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this still life and future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face, or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan.
Yep.
But next up, we have our 2nd place entry. So in 2nd, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Yeah, Keith, we are sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed. He says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, come back to me, Linda! Oh, Keith, Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please. It's... Oh, help you with that. You're 8 years old and you are from Smugly. We absolute People's Parade. You've got folks walking together, just really celebrating the diversity of our society.
You've got people with all different flags, people celebrating their religion and their bodies, and there's even a game of sports sport happening over here. That or some overzealous littering, it's hard to tell.
I love these robots having a little bit of a dance, getting involved in the party, aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely, Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in. And yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
That's the break. 1 minute back. Let's lose all of this.
Right. From what I can tell, the vision mixer's getting even worse for wear, Alex.
Ok.
I expect things will be more challenging in this next segment, so be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Not like what we're putting out actually matters anymore.
D'accord.
I'll get cars arranged for you both. Find me when you're done and I'll take you out through the loading bay.
Those who would seek to separate and destroy us.
Note de segment E. Bon, bah, je suis nul.
Drive apart our bonds of family, friendship, and community.
But we see them, moving among us, clear as day, sowing division, undermining our lives and threatening our achievements.
Ok.
Freedom of speech to justify
Bon, on a encore 1 minute 28 avant.
They use tradition and history to justify their need to oppress.
They want more than their fair share.
They put themselves before the team.
In a disrupt world, they would decide what women do with their bodies.
D'accord.
They would decide what kinds of relationships are natural.
They would exploit the vulnerable for personal gain.
And they would eradicate betterment in exchange for a noose.
They see themselves and their narrow view of life as the default.
It's playing havoc with the sound.
It's bad out there. We're being stretched again.
I have to use a high-pass filter.
It's a revolution, Colin.
Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
To enrich, empower, and protect their
Jenny, where's Glyn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guests at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
We're a team.
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Oh, okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security. And they're already
D'accord,
on
il y
their
aura
way.
encore des nudistes, je parie.
Okay, 10 seconds for positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh, well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well,
Non,
thank
mince.
you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in.
Okay. Whew. Oh my God.
And a little glass of comfort for Robert, I think.
Ouais.
But now you better go and get ready for that next feature. Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. but I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out.
One for the state of the nation.
What do you think?
And one for me.
Best-selling author, lawyer, and thinker. I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia. Oh, so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it. I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
C'est ça.
Wheel of Truth.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're going to spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea
Lovely.
what's in store.
So up first we have Jordan. Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib?
Fact or fib?
Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib?
Fact or
We've
fib?
heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolute no, I can't. Okay, so don't judge me, okay? What I do is, oh God, I'm going to lose my job over this.
Oh, we're all friends here. Come on.
Oh, okay. So I only have one bra, okay? And so one day a week I wash it, and on that day I can't wear it.
Hop, quoi? Quoi? Oh purée.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing
Merde.
you?
Non, c'est là.
I mean, I'm not blushing.
Oh purée, j'avais pas vu que...
Body wheel.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's guess that face. I'm going to show you a picture, and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
Well, is this popular now? Is it ever been?
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan, who is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Oh, wow! Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Just what the doctor ordered.
I look like I'm haunting
Okay.
the fucking play.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
It's my go, Patrick. Go on, sorry, I'm so keen. What is going so much?
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fact or fish. Okay, if you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie. Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay? Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Which of your esteemed
Yeah.
hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop out!
How is it? How is it?
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go!
un peu nul, mais bon.
Okay, so, oh, Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
D'accord. D'accord.
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game.
Oh,
bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it?
Another one, Mr. Boson. Don't mind if I do, Mr. Boson.
Oh purée, et l'autre qui se...
Wow, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on, do it, do it,
I won't
do
do
it,
it.
do it, do it. Oh, she's doing it. She's fucking doing it.
Wow, that was so impressive. I have to say, unexpected. Wow, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun?
Okay.
That hit the spot.
But now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Oh purée.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, well, not much left in the bottle. Pity not to...
Box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes. No, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised
It's a bit
if you
tough.
are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the lines
Lovely.
there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. That just me that does that.
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. A bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Having fun down there. Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good. Fantastic.
And clinkety-clink.
Along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
Oh, there we go.
it's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can
Well,
we?
absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher caliber of guests.
Nearly, it's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me. I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Do, 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 do. sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable, just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. So you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatran.
Nice.
Yes, put that way. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there. Or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by... Oh, sorry, that's not...
Oh, Mama, that's blazing. Oh, bloody hell, is this still on?
It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
And we're out.
Why do we bother, Alex? What's the point? It's not like this ain't close to journalism anymore. How did I let it get this far?
Starting off here in Territory 1, make sure you wrap up warm because we've got lows of 5 or 6 degrees.
Très bien. Compliqué, hein?
Should we
pas à dire.
We've got the Prime Minister here. It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security. Are we going to need it? Possibly. They're back. It's not very reassuring. I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
Alors, c'est des nudistes ou bien c'est des résistants
Though a nasty cold snap brings bitter winds overnight, so not all sunshine and rainbows. No rainbows in sight
Rapport du jour c'était, après il y a avancement, oui, advancements.
Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air, cold air thing. Next, this front of warm smiles heads across Territory 5.
That is not a thing.
Oh yeah, contortionism runs in my family. The Sprungs are huge in circuses and casino halls.
There would be.
And brothels, obviously.
Oh, crikey.
Everybody okay in here?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we would be if you stopped asking us questions like that.
We're expecting troublemakers, but nothing serious. You might hear some noises, but it's nothing to be concerned about. The services know what they're doing.
So, nobody freak out when the shooting starts, okay? The show must go on and all that. Tits and teeth. Oh, God, sorry, Minister.
Thank you, Jenny. Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
10 seconds, everybody. God, kill
Best
me.
in the business, she is.
Okay, ouais.
In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister to face the toughest critics in the territories. You lot out there.
Call us on the usual numbers with your questions for the Prime Minister. First up, we have Humphrey from Bamblebury.
Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Hello, Humphrey. We appear to have lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who have we got next, Patrick?
Next up, we've got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question?
Hello? Mandy? What's going on, Jenny?
Oh, we try not to talk to the crew.
Jenny?
The lines are down.
Oh, well, call down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines are down.
Well, apologies to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical gremlins making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting back up and running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
I do?
It's your letters.
Oh, yes. Yes, no, of course I do. Well, our first question is from Patricia, who lives on Camera Avenue. And what she really wants to know... Lock the door!
Oula.
Lock the fucking door!
Listen to the CCO! Seal the doors!
Merde.
You're Jenny, aren't you? Come here. Don't be afraid, Jenny. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt anyone if we don't have to. All I want you to do is to keep the show on the air. Do you understand? do your job and everything will be all right, okay?
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
You two, on your knees over there. Move!
Oula.
This is the famous couch of chat, eh?
I don't answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
Oh. You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. They are.
Oh, please don't kill me, please.
Nevertheless, if you think I'm going to answer to you, then I'm
Oh,
afraid
you don't have to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting in or out.
Good. Good. All clear.
Good. Thank you. Yes, good.
Ah, c'est... Ah bah oui, c'est Jérémy.
Jeremy?
Rien qu'à la voix, je reconnais. Allez. Oh purée.
Hello, you.
Voilà.
Why didn't you make contact?
We've only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
You're a rotten, selfish bastard.
Yes. Keep the show going for me.
Of course.
Let them go, Alan. There'll be no killing tonight.
Hello. Sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling yourself, is it?
Ah non, elle a été remplacée. Enfin, il a été remplacé.
Sorry for barging in. Hate what you've done with the place.
Me too. Would you like your spot?
It's yours now. You wear it well. So, let's talk, shall we?
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I know you know that.
Well, we best make use of the time we have, then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
No.
Oh
I think
purée.
you should stay too.
For safety.
For balance. Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Let's welcome back the National Nightly News. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath. Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first.
I have nothing to hide.
Except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is not effing drone?
I beg your pardon?
Not effing drone. It's used in birth control, among other things. If you haven't heard of that, perhaps you could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail, Prime Minister. It's a bacterium used in the genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes that I've had analysed, from across the territories, if you're wondering.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my God. Is that why Kate and I can't have...
So you blamed it on the radioactive clouds from your bombs?
Before Stacey, we tried so many times.
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the food?
Fine. You want the truth? You think it'll help your viewers sleep at night? Well, here it is. 6 years ago, when we came to power, we got access to the real facts and figures. And they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural resources. We would war over fuel, and then inevitably food and clean water. It was no exaggeration to say that we were facing extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance, but something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blame the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands are far too dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where
La censure, la censure, la
to choose
censure.
how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Identity cards!
Grow up!
Sterilised us against our will.
I built a sustainable future.
That's too much. That's not for you to choose.
If not me, then who? Who would choose it for themselves?
And isn't that at the heart of all this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best, you know what's good for us, and if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice, so there's no point.
There should be elections.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend them then. If you want to carry on, you'll need a mandate. We have people ready to stand against you in every territory.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes. I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent organisation.
Yes, Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Yes, Jeremy. It'd be a pleasure.
Is that from Disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign, I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course. When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say so. From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you're Disrupt's spokesman, but for whom do you speak?
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
Don't worry. I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activity. I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex in the broadcast room.
D'accord.
What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine mine will be doing their level best to ensure that Mr. Donaldson's footage gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
Queued up and ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences.
D'accord.
For someone not showing it. It's up to you.
D'accord.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh, damn. Glad I'm not making this choice.
All our good work, all the years of disrupting, you could make it all for nothing.
Mais je t'aime pas, t'es quand même un complotiste, même si t'avais raison cette fois-là. Voilà,
And
j'ai
you're
décidé.
absolutely certain in your research?
It's unpalatable but true. Advance are covertly sterilising the population.
Why don't you just release this through your normal
Ouais,
channels?
je vais le laisser.
Mr. James, he is surprisingly efficient rabble-rouser. The peasants respond to his more earthly qualities. But you, Mr. Donaldson, are a face they trust.
On va pas
We did
censurer
not
du
risk
tout.
our operatives' lives to rescue you out of altruism.
And afterwards? Once all this is out in the open?
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
That will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper.
There will always be addicts.
And those with carnal desires for livestock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
And then there are the foreign powers, outside the territories. Those who fear to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For them, No price is too high.
Folks like us are always well-resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight and to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this aberrance is never seen again. A return to the natural order of things.
On ne censure pas.
And the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Strict order, an end to ungodly acts. Everyone back in their place.
Including our Mr. James. It amazes me how he cannot hear the Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
Oh, he's an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him, never the hidden blade.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again, as it should be.
Excellent.
Excellent.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
Not long, I imagine, for any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything. Turns out there's a lot of them who wanted children. We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, Bozeman's no fool.
Do you want to take us out?
It should be you.
It should be both of us. You start.
Before we go tonight,
one final thought.
There's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus.
The tent is collapsing and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering their own form of misery.
You can choose advance and be equal.
In cages, like performing lions.
Or disrupt and be free.
To struggle
non, je ne
and
m'en sors
starve.
plus.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people. You know the difference between right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left to these clowns.
And that's the worst circus of all.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
And I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better.
And we're out.
You're done. This programme, this channel, all
No,
of you.
Julia, not them. We're done. They got us both.
The
Voilà.
security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi, Alan.
Where would I go?
Wherever you want.
Am I under arrest?
I think you know you've made that impossible, Mr. Donaldson.
My bosses won't be pleased with you.
Child sex traffickers and wannabe dictators are the natural enemies of the reporter.
We should go and see Bozeman.
We'll do it together.
Yes. And then we'll burn this set.
Voilà, c'est fini. Eh ben, c'était sympa, mais voilà. Un peu compliqué de suivre l'histoire et en même temps faire les bons accords. Lord Blunderdack est toujours adulé par le peuple mais reste détesté dans son milieu. Bah tiens, tu m'étonnes. Jesus s'éloigne quelque temps du feu des projecteurs pour effectuer une introspection musicale et effectue cette odyssée spirituelle depuis sa chambre au sous-sol de la maison de ses parents. La carrière de Lindsay ne cesse de prendre de l'ampleur. Elle a récemment sorti une ligne de bougies parfumées, une sextape. Ouais. Sophia Remington est restée dans son QG sous-marin pendant des années. Elle, ses meilleurs scientifiques, travaillent sur la façon de lui greffer des branchies. Oh non mais sérieux. Au cours de plusieurs générations, les scientifiques ont réussi à développer des branchies et ont fini par remonter à la surface. Et c'était assez ennuyeux vu tout ce qu'on avait fait de ce monde. Jolie fausse aussi, c'est Tiffany Lamour divorcée de moins d'un an plus tard. Tiffany a pris possession du poisson rouge qu'elle a rebaptisé connard de fouteux. Jolie lui en tient aucune. Enfin bon, ouais c'était sympa, mais en même temps comme je dis, c'était compliqué pour moi de jouer et de suivre. Mais bon, avec tout ça, bah, on va passer à un autre let's play juste après. Hein. Je ne sais pas encore quoi. On va essayer de faire quelque chose un peu plus calme, je pense. Mais bon, c'était à faire, c'est fait, voilà. Donc n'hésitez pas dans les commentaires à me dire ce que vous en avez pensé. N'hésitez pas à me dire si vous avez eu la même fin que moi aussi, si vous avez joué. Et on se retrouve alors dans un autre édition d'essai. Il m'en a comme terminé de travailler. Elle a récemment remporté le prix de meilleure actrice dans son rôle de presse-papier, la patronne de la mafia. Ouais. Enfin, c'est marrant. On va passer... Donc comme je disais, on va voir pour faire autre chose à partir de la fois prochaine, je ne sais pas encore quoi. Sur ce, eh bien, je vous laisse pour ce let's play. Donc merci d'avoir regardé, j'espère que ça vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à me dire ce que vous en avez pensé avec les commentaires, mettez des pouces en l'air, abonnez-vous pour ne pas rater.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Je n'ai rien dit.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Vous avez déverrouillé et atteint un accord. Vous avez 1 sur 14 épilogues. Ouf. Je vais peut-être éviter de tout faire. Ok, on en a fait une. Si vous voulez, dites-moi celle que vous avez obtenue avec vos choix dans les commentaires. Donc, allez, je vous remercie d'avoir regardé. J'espère que ça vous a plu. N'hésitez pas à me dire ce que vous en avez pensé dans les commentaires. Mettez des pouces en l'air, abonnez-vous pour ne pas rater la suite d'autres let's play. Et portez-vous bien. Allez.